Hi, Dan from DJ's Painting here. We are going to put together a test of all kinds of different products, and we've got some of them laid out right here. We've got industrial coatings, quasi-industrial coatings, door and cabinet paint. Over here we've got really serious industrial coatings, things that we put in industrial plants. We're going to put this all together and do a bunch of different tests, see how they hold up in the real world so that we can specify the best system for whatever the customer needs. We finally got this stuff together. I think we're about ready. Everything's cured for roughly 30 days. We'll see how it goes. We've got a lot of testing to do. We're ready to start our experiment. We've got everything's done, everything's ready. First experiment is going to be bleach. We're going to apply bleach onto one of the squares, and we're going to apply bleach onto two of the squares. And we're going to scrub one, and we're going to let them dwell. Then tomorrow we're going to come back, and we're going to apply a little bit more, and we're going to scrub it again, and this will continue to dwell, because that's what happens in the real world at some of these facilities. They're going to put bleach or chlorine or whatever cleaning the facility needs. They're going to put it on, they're going to rub it, wipe it, it's going to sit there. We want to make sure that everything holds up. So we'll go through all the products that we've got here. First one's PPG Aquapon. This is a food grade water-based epoxy that's designed to go into food processing facilities. Sherwin-Williams Acrylon. This is one of my favorite go-to products. Sherwin-Williams Acrylon holds up really well. It's a 2-component urethane, holds up really well in just about every situation, and it really holds colors well, gloss well. Here's another one that after playing around with these samples, I probably haven't given enough respect to, and we're going to probably start doing a lot more with this. PPG's PSX700. This one of the bunch it feels honestly like the most durable coating. We'll see. Then PPG Durene. This is another, so these are also both 2-component urethanes. Slightly different makeup. This one is kind of a hybrid epoxy-urethane system, and this is a standard 2-component urethane. Really nice, respectable product. And then, just for fun and good measure, everybody knows Rust-Oleum, good old alkyd oil-based paint. See how that holds up in the same environment as these. Okay, so I'd like to talk a little bit about where we apply these coatings. When facility maintenance people sometimes get a hold of paint and apply the wrong things in the wrong place, what happens? So let's say Aquapon, for instance. This is specifically used in primarily food manufacturing facilities. This holds up really well unless it's getting hit with certain kind, I don't know what's in the foam cleaner that they use at these places, but it sort of dissolves this stuff. So then what we've done is upgraded a lot of the food processing facilities from this product over to Acrylon. We've had no failures with Acrylon. And if you feel the product, I mean, you're not able to feel it, but this you can't get your fingernails in. It's a hard product, but it's really not hard compared to this. The Acrylon is significantly harder and more durable. We've put this in places where they use that, I don't even know what the foam is, we're gonna call it mystery foam. It just dissolves that coating. It dissolves water-based paint like that. When this goes on, I've got it in plants at say 5-6 years right now, and this is still holding up. It's slightly discolored, but man, it's still there 100%. You can't get your fingernails in it after 5 years of that foam mystery magic stuff. We have not put this on any of the plants, but after feeling it, I'm telling you, this is the winner so far for feeling all these products. This is the one, I mean, it's like glass. You can't get your fingers in it. Really gonna look to see how this holds up. I'd be surprised if it beats Acrylon, but if it does, I'd be buying a lot more PPG. There's another PPG product they wanted us to test, Durene. Now, this, my understanding, is really a good crossover. Durene is, and they have an AmeriShield product, which is also similar to an Acrylon. They're very similar products. This feels very similar to that, but maybe slightly harder, but pretty close. And then the Rust-Oleum actually is the softest one of the bunch, and everybody knows oil-based paint. Everybody knows, try to paint over oil-based paint with acrylic, and it ends up peeling and scratching off. This gets really hard, but compared to them, it's like an old fat guy. It's no good.
I'm gonna set up our testing liquids. Our first one is bleach. So I'm gonna take it, open it up, and this is just to make it easier for application. So I have this little funnel. This is our container. It's going to be sealed and not get contaminated with anything else. I'm going to take it, put my funnel in, hold my funnel straight, and pour some bleach.
For the record, the authenticity of our scientific experiment lies squarely on your shoulders.
Well, good thing I was a bio major. Okay, so now we're gonna apply the bleach. And on some of them, we're gonna scrub, and on some of them, we're just gonna leave it. So let's start with the Aquapon. We're just gonna apply a little bit. See, we're just under this first line here. And we're just gonna put that on there, same thing.
And we did get the bleach that is in a gel form so that it will dwell longer and potentially damage the coating more.
All right.
That was on purpose.
I'm gonna just liquid all of them up and then I'll come back and scrub. So I was gonna do the scrubbing, but I overlooked the gloves on this first part of our experiment, so Dan's gonna do the scrubbing. All right, we're gonna let our samples sit for a good 24 hours. We'll pop back in tomorrow and see how they look.
All right, so we've been working all day. I just got a shower. I'm in my sweats. It's 9 o'clock at night, but we're gonna get back to this because we said 24 hours and we meant 24 hours. Let's see what we got. So we've got a little bit of residue on the first one. This was the Aquapon. I'm gonna clean some of the residue off here where we scrubbed it. Coating is completely intact. It is a little bit discolored, but not much. There's a lot of residue here on the bottom part. Let's clean that off. It's still intact. It did discolor it. Let's take a look at this one. No, that didn't discolor it, not even a little bit.
This is the Acrylon.
This is Acrylon. No discoloration at all. It feels exactly the same. Oh, this one. No, this one's softer. The bleach softened it for sure, because it's definitely softer.
Okay.
PSX. We're actually considering starting to use this coating. Oh yeah, look at that. That's solid too, just like the Acrylon. We're considering starting to use this coating for line striping in warehouses, where we normally put down an epoxy base coat, and then we track blast, put an epoxy base coat, and then come over top of it with a clear urethane. We use that epoxy base coat in warehouses because the epoxy bonds better. They call it a tensile strength. It actually grabs harder to the surface than a urethane. This is some kind of a special hybrid product. I don't know the scientific makeup of it yet. I have to dig a little bit deeper into it, but it's been presented to me as a hybrid product that's essentially almost like a epoxy-urethane hybrid. So all in one, grabs and protects on top, where an epoxy grabs really good but doesn't protect on top, as well as you can see right here. Let's get on to the last one. It was too bleachy. Okay, so the oil base seemed to be holding up pretty well. Honestly, it's not any softer. This Durethane, honestly, the Durethane PSX700, Aqualon, they're all perfect. This, not so much. You could feel a big difference. It's soft, it's a little tacky. I'd call this a fail. Those are all thumbs up. We have results. Let's take a look and see what they are. After 48 hours, look at the discoloration on that water-based epoxy. Massive discoloration. pretty soft. You can feel into it. It's not really soft, but it's soft. Let's give it a little scratch. Yeah, it still remain pretty scratch resistant. But yeah, the coating came off a little bit. Next, Acrylon. Before this test, this was my go-to favorite product. It's still awesome. Let's see. No discoloration. It's still pretty solid. It's funny though, where we scrubbed it, look, you can get into it a little bit. You can get into both of those a little bit where we scrub them. I don't know if you can see that over here. It softened it. When you hit the control, nothing. Let's check this. Okay, so I did a little bit of research on this one because they recommended it to us. They said essentially it's like an epoxy and a urethane together. It's actually a polysiloxane coating. It's a special hybrid. I'm not sure if anybody else sells polysiloxanes. I'll have to dig into that. But for now, PPG is, I believe, the clear winner. This you can't feel anything. Nothing. Not on the bleach where it's set. There's a little tiny bit where it dwelled on there. But I mean, really, who's gonna have gel bleach dwelling on a surface for 48 hours after doing it for 24 hours? It's quite a bit, but no failure, no failure. Now when you come over here on the scrub bleach for urethane, now this is a urethane, a 2-component urethane DTM. I'm not sure what makes this a DTM as opposed to Acrylon, other than the Acrylon is supposed to be applied over a primer. I guess that's really what the difference is. I've answered my own question. This is a DTM, meaning direct to metal, and it's a 2-component urethane. So we scratch this one. This is good. This is solid too. A little bit, yeah, no, I think this is a little bit stronger than the Acrylon too. We may be switching from Acrylon, guys. All right, and then here we go. Good old-fashioned Rust-Oleum. Cheapest thing on the lineup. Now this is an alkyd oil base. Well, you could scratch right into it. Okay, so it's when you scrub, yeah, it gets right into that. So I'm gonna say out of all of this, polysiloxane is the clear winner. Granted, this is $185 a gallon, our price. These others are generally half, and this is typically $40 a gallon. So there's a big price difference. But when it comes to the industrial stuff, keeping in mind that paint coatings are typically 10 to 15%, labor is the majority, that's a clear winner, because why would you not pay an extra 5% to have your job hold up perfectly? That's what we're gonna do in the future. Thanks for watching.